What's going on, people? So I decided to make another video. Just chilling in the garden, trying to catch a little bit of sun, but it disappeared. So speaking to my friends again and a few other people about some of the excuses of why they can't see their child or kids. Some of the reasons realistically are quite stupid, and just minor reasons really, which has a deep-rooted effect. Now obviously with their permission, I'm not even saying names or anything, but some of the reasons, first and foremost, one of the reasons I thought was quite stupid was, you know, haircuts. Now if you have a son and that dad takes him out to get his hair cut and you don't like that hairstyle that's been done, you stop that child from seeing their son, or you stop that dad from seeing their child. Now I'm not being funny, but I mean, write in the comment section below, but I think that's a stupid reason, you know, especially where it could have a deep-rooted effect on that child as well as the dad, you know. Hair grows, so if you don't like that haircut, it's gonna grow out. You just simply state to them that you don't really like that haircut and you wouldn't want your child to have that haircut. Problem solved. But clearly in some cases it's not problem solved, you know, and that only shows me personally that there's a lot more deep-rooted issues in that, because that's just an excuse, a petty excuse for you to get one over on that, on your ex or your partner or whoever it is. And you know, one of the major reasons also is to do with money. Now I understand, like I said, it's very difficult being a single parent, or being a parent in general, but it's very, very difficult being a single parent. And I don't condone fathers out there who have kids and just leave the mum to fend for themselves and not really be bothered or try and help or contribute in any way, shape or form. Now, some mums, what they do is constantly chase fathers down for money, you know, with CSA and just in general calling them and texting them continuously saying they need money, they need a certain amount of money, or you know, their money's run out and they need this amount of money and stuff like that. Now I understand that, you know, having a child is expensive. You know, you got to buy food, clothes, trips, you know, school stuff and whatever else. But unfortunately some mothers, and I've seen it myself, some mothers don't use that money on their child. They use the money to go and get their hair done, or to go raving or clubbing, or go to bars and try and basically live a life that they don't live or they can't afford to live. You know, to me, that's where I think it's just ridiculous, because at the end of the day, a father is not there to sponsor your lifestyle. They're there to support their child. So if you are getting a certain amount of money to help contribute towards that child, then use it for that child. But don't take that money and then go and splash it out on yourself, you know. And like I said, unfortunately that's a big thing. That's, you know, quite a few people I've spoken to, they've told me about CSA and stuff like that, and you know, I've looked into CSA myself. Fortunately, it's gotten to the point now where CSA has stopped, and I feel like even with CSA, it's ridiculous how they manage it, because they'll, you know, if a mother phones up and say, well, my child's father is not contributing, they'll call that, they'll research it to a minimal extent to see if that person is working. If they're working, how much they earn and how much they should then contribute towards that child. not knowing that they don't, maybe that money may not be going to that child. I'm not saying in every case, but in some cases it doesn't go to the child, you know, and that's sad. So I think CSA needed to do a lot of work in terms of that, you know, look at more into depth with it, rather than just, okay, taking money from this person, transferring it to that person, not knowing what's going on with the money, you know. And it's just sad that we've got all these minor, those are just two, all these minor little excuses for and reasons for a child not to be around or with a parent. Like I said, you know, in your head you can think it's practical and you can think it's, you know, it's fine, but you don't know the deep-rooted issues it could cause with that child, you know, especially if they know who their father is or their mother is. Keeping that child away from them could only cause problems, you know. And like I said, it can leave a deep-rooted issue for that child. So let's stop the excuses and, like I said, start talking to each other and find out, you know, how we can actually work together and how we can do things together for that child to have access to both parents, not just one. And one other thing that I find really bad as well is bad mouthing any parent in front of a child. I don't think that's nice. I don't think it's acceptable, because you're just putting things in the head of that child, you know, and it may be only your perception of that person, you know, and you're implanting your perception of that person in the child. So I think we need to stop doing that. I don't personally ever try and badmouth my daughter's mum, you know, and I don't think, whether it's mum or dad, I don't think anybody should be badmouthing their a child's parent in front of them, because at the end of the day it doesn't change the fact that that's the child's parent. So let me know some of your reasons, if you have any, as to why you can't see your child, as ridiculous as it may sound. Leave the comments below and we'll try and tackle it. Also, if you know anybody who does need any advice, contact me. Leave comments below and I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. Once again, just leaving it on a positive note, you know, the kids are our future. I mean, when you think about it, when we was younger, all the stuff we've learned and picked up over the years and grown with, now we're adults, it's what we're going to act upon, and it's what's kind of determined the kind of person we are. So if we start now and changing our circumstances and our situations and how we view things to more of a positive way, then who knows what the future holds, you know, because your kids are going to grow up soon, one day soon, and they're going to have a input on the world. So let's try and stay positive and try and like I said, just do the best we can. That's all we can ever ask for. That's all we can ever hope for. And I'm sure each and every one of us would love to see our child succeed in whatever way, shape or form. But their success starts from you as a parent. So let's help our children succeed, and let's just stop with the excuses, because we can always sit down and find a resolution to a problem. But it's just if you're willing to look and speak. Hope you all have a beautiful day. Enjoy what little sun that comes out. Peace.